everyone, welcome back to my channel. So as you can see, I have no eyeshadow on, and by the title I'm going to be showing you how to blend eyeshadow. I had a request from some of my viewers asking how I blend eyeshadow, and I don't think I've ever actually done just a dedicated video on how to blend eyeshadow. And of course, if you love wearing eyeshadow, this is a really important thing to know how to blend. I think the more you've blended your eyeshadow, the more effortless it looks. A lot of people when doing eyeshadow really struggle on how to blend, so I hope this video is good for you and you can follow the steps that I like to do when I'm blending my own eyeshadow. So the products I'm going to be using are the Be Perfect Clientele palette. This has to be my probably favorite purchase of 2020. Although we're in 2021, I'm still going to be using this. It's my absolute baby. I love this that much that I've bought 2 of these, so I have another one, and I actually use that in my freelance kit. So without further ado, I'm going to get on to the video and I will zoom you straight in so you can see up close and personal what I'm doing. So guys, I hope this is close enough so you can see what I'm doing. I already have primed my eye with the P. Louise Acid Rain base, and this is the blank canvas one. So this is really good because it dries down matte, so your eyeshadows won't cling to any areas that are tacky. So definitely invest into this. It's not expensive. I think it's around like £14. Really good, super pigmented, so lots of coverage. You need a tiny amount. A little bit goes such a long way, so really recommend that. Brushes I'm going to be using, a various of different brushes. So I use a lot of Doll Beauty and Peaches and Cream makeup brushes. I have the whole Doll Beauty brush collection, and I also have all the Peaches and Cream brushes, and I have Molly O'Brien, the full brush kit. So I definitely think you should invest in really good brushes. The Doll Beauty ones are really good. They have the goat hair version or the non-goat hair version, depending on what you prefer, but they both perform the same. So to start off with eyeshadow, if you want a more affordable approach, MSQ, which is a brand you can get on Amazon or eBay, they have really good brushes also. I have one here that I've used before, and this is what an MSQ brush looks like, and as you can see, I've already got eyeshadow on here. I love using these for a more of affordable approach. Doll Beauty brushes, I'd say they're a little bit more high-end, as well with Molly O'Brien and Peaches and Cream. The Peaches and Cream brush set is such a good investment. It's over £100, but you get a whole load of brushes, their whole set. It might even be £200. I can't remember because I bought it last year. But anyway, that's just a down low on brushes and what I kind of suggest. So to start off, I'm going to go in with a transition shade. So if you're unfamiliar with what a transition is, it's basically the base colour that all of your other colours are going to blend into. So we're just going in with our first layer, and we're going to go in with a quite fluffy brush. So this brush here is a Doll Beauty DB5 brush. So as you can see, it's really fluffy, it's quite big, it's going to cover a large amount of our eye. And we're just lightly putting a layer on of our transition shade onto our eyelids. So I'm going to be using Sandy, which is this really nice medium toned brown. And the reason why I'm going in with a medium colour is because I don't want to deepen up my eyes just yet. I want to start light and build upon what we're already going to have. So I'm just going to look down into my mirror here. So everyone has a crease line. Can you see mine here? I have quite hooded eyes. When I look down, I lose my eyelid. So if you are similar eye shape to me, this trick is going to be such a good game changer. So I'm going to take the brush above where my crease folds, because if I put it in my crease, when I'm looking up towards you, the skin is going to roll back and we're going to lose that colour. So this is why we go above, so we can see the eyeshadow when we're looking forward, because of course when we're wearing eyeshadow, we're mainly going to be looking forward at people or where we are, so everyone's going to see you at this standpoint. No one's really going to see you like this or like this. We're always looking forward. So I'm going to start buffing the outer corners first. The reason why I start on the outer corners is because I don't want to deepen my inner corner, because that's going to close my eyes up. So I'm just going in with a couple of taps onto the brush and just really light hand. And can you see how I'm holding the brush quite far down? If I hold my brush like this, I'm going to be too firm and it's going to disperse too much product. Remember, we're using a fluffier brush to give us more of a light layer of colour. So I always hold the brush further down and I do really light-handed pressure, and I just go around in a small circular motions. And I'm doing such a light hand with this. And as you can see, if you keep on blending just in one area, it will eventually start to blend out. Now, as you can see, I've placed it just above my crease line on the outer corner. If I start blending up here, I'm going to lose this space and it's just going to look like one colour. There's going to be no transition into the brow bone. So you just want to do light, really, really light, like it's tickling your eye. That's how you want to kind of feel it. And if you're not familiar with P. Louise, she always says it's like your boyfriend is tickling you. So just such a light hand, really, really soft kind of brush strokes with the hair onto the eyelid, and you'll eventually get like a seamless blend. You can come a little bit further down out here just to push the product down so we're not just dumping one bit of product into one area. Now that we've kind of got majority of the product on, I'm not going to pick up any more. I'm just going to dust off the excess onto the back of my hand, and I'm going to go in a little bit firmer pressure now and just start to really blend everything out. And move your head as well so you can kind of bring the product downwards. So as you can see here, we've got quite a seamless blend of eyeshadow, and we've only put it on the outer corners. So now I'm going to pick up with the same brush back into Sandy, tap off the excess, and I'm going to start going onto my eyelids now and just doing small little side to side motions onto my eyelid. Pick up some more product, tap the excess off, and do the same again. So side to side motions onto the eyelid a bit further down. So now I'm just creating a bit more depth into the outer corner, and I'm just going to keep repeating this process only on the outer eyelid. I'm not going up here, I'm staying really low down. Now with any excess product, I'm going to go into the inner corner of my eye and just go back and forth. This is what I call the wind wiper motion. This, I would say, works best with lighter shades. If you're doing something really dark, you're going to end up with loads of product everywhere. So I'm only using the shade Sandy to show you this. If you do nose contour like me, you can always bring it in like this and create that kind of curve between the connection of the nose contour and your eyelid, and this will create a nice contour within the center of your face. So now we have a good blend. I'm going to change my brush to a smaller one. So this is a Doll Beauty brush, and this one is DB13. So as you can see, compared to the first one we used, it's a lot bigger, the first one, and this one's a lot smaller and tapered. So with this one, I'm going to go in with the shade Too Much. So Too Much is a dark, deep chocolate brown shade. Now, I've downsized my brush size and I've deepened the colour of eyeshadow. And this is the reason, because I'm going to be working in such a smaller area, so I need my brush to be smaller. If I go in with too big of a brush, I'm going to be blending on top of what I already have. So, to keep things simple, we're downsizing the brush and we're using a darker shade. So I'm tapping into it. As you can see, these eyeshadow palettes are really pigmented, and I just tap off the excess. Now I'm going in a patting motion down on my lower lash line. As you can see, I'm just patting the brush. And then I'm going to do a side to side motion only on the lower portion of my eye. Once I'm going back and forth, I'm slightly rising my brush up further, just to whereabouts my crease is. Picking up more product and doing it again. So starting off low and then going higher. And I'm still holding my brush quite far down with a really light hand and just slightly tickling my eyelids, going back and forth. So now we've deepened up our eyeshadow, we can go back in with the first brush we used and just lightly go over just the top area of where we've blended, just to make sure that both of the colours meet. Now, if you want to keep this eye look quite matte, you can of course leave this how it is, pop on a bit of eyeliner and some lashes, and you're good to go. If you want to add a little bit of highlight, you could go in with the colour Glow Up, which is this one here, and you could put this on the brow bone here and on the inner corner. I'm going to keep this look quite matte, so I'm not going to add any highlight to them areas, but they would be the most flattering areas to add highlight if you wanted to. I'm now going to go in with a Molly O'Brien Tahalia M09 brush, and I'm going to use this brush on my lash line, and I'm going to take the colour Just Black. So it's this shade here, and the reason why I'm going to be using a darker shade and this shape of brush is because I want to smoke out my lash line. So I'm going to do a few drops into the colour, and I'm going to close my eye and pat this really close to my lower lash line. And I always start on the outer corner first. If I put too much product in the inner corner, it's going to close our eye up and it's not going to look open and as flattering. So as you can see, it's darkening up my lower lash line. I'm now going to go more so into the middle of my eye, and I'm going to apply less pressure as I'm doing this. Now I'm going to the inner portion of my eye, and I'm going to do really light tapping motion just to the inner corner of my eye. And as you can see now, we have a smoky liner. So we haven't actually applied any product, we've just used eyeshadow. Now you can leave it at this, but I am going to apply just a little bit of a lower lash line colour. My lower lash line, I'm going to be using a Peaches and Cream PC23 brush. And this is a really small detailed eye brush. And I'm going to take the shade Sandy, which was the first shade we started with. And I'm going to start again on the outer corner and run this on my lower lash line. Really light-handed. I always find it's best to look straight into my mirror when I'm doing this, so I can see what I'm doing. If you want to keep it quite soft, you can stop there. I'm going to amp it up slightly a little bit more. So I'm going to add the colour Too Much, which was that second shade we used. And again, I'm going to start on the outer corner and start matching these two colours together. To create more of a tapered eye look, I'm going to stop just before halfway with this shade, and then just going to take a clean brush, and this is a Doll Beauty DB7 brush, and I'm just going to go underneath and make sure everything is blended nicely. The reason why I only go so far with the dark shade is because I have quite small eyes, so adding darker colours all the way around is going to close my eye up and make it look smaller. This is really good if you want to make your eye colour stand out, but for me, I personally find this look works best on my eye. So now what you can do is you can add some mascara and some eyelashes and you're good to go. You can even add some eyeliner if you want to. If you have a similar eye shape to me, you can always add black eyeliner or brown eyeliner just halfway to where your pupil is in the middle, and this will help taper your eye up and it'll look more like a cat's eye, but it will also give you depth and mysterious look to your eyeshadow without closing your eyes up too much. If you want, you could always add a shimmer into the inner corner, and this will just make your look a little bit more interesting and less matte. You could add some golds, you could add any shimmer you liked. I would personally go for a light shimmer in this area. So now I'm going to repeat the same steps onto this eye and come back for the final result. So I've just gone and finished off the other side of my eye, and I've also applied some mascara, a little bit of eyeliner and some false eyelashes. A few tips I wanted to mention: if you're wanting to do a smoky eyeliner and you're finding it hard, always use a brush like this, which is really thin and is perfect for the eye area. You can always pull your eye slightly back and angle it straight at your lash line and go back and forth, and this will give you a really nice smoky eyeliner. If you wanted to bring it out in a wing, obviously always measure up the angle of your lower lash line and go up from here and connect it to your top lash line. This is a really easy step for beginners if you're learning eyeshadow and you're not sure how to blend. Again, I haven't used crazy colours and I haven't gone in depth, with too much blending, because I understand that it's really hard for everyone to learn how to blend an eyeshadow. So I hope that you took some new tips and tricks from this. Of course, if you have any questions, make sure to drop me a message, and if you want to see more videos from me, please make sure to subscribe, like and comment down below. Thank you so much for watching my video, and I cannot wait to see you in my next one. Bye.